A man was arrested in Kentucky for dressing up as a clown and lurking in a wooded area. The man, Jonathan Martin, 20, was charged with wearing a mask in a public place and disorderly conduct in Middlesboro, Kentucky. And guys, that's a photo of Jonathan Martin right there. And I don't mean to scare you, but this now raises the count to up to 6 U.S. states where clown sightings have been reported. And then let's throw to a photo of Jonathan Martin, because I want to make a point here. Jonathan Martin is basically 7 feet tall. That was a 7-foot-tall clown lurking in the woods. Dear God. Now, a police spokesman from Kentucky says, quote, dressing as a clown and driving, walking, or standing in public can create a dangerous situation for you and others. While dressing up is not in and of itself against the law, doing so in public and thereby creating an unnecessary sense of alarm is illegal. And there have also been some false reports about clowns popping up, and kids are getting scared in the states that this has been happening, but it definitely does seem to be a trend coming up around Halloween, and I want to get a little bit of a reaction from you guys, because I subscribe to that this is some sort of an underground community that we are just not aware of exactly what they're plotting or doing, or it's some sort of elaborate prank that's going on 4chan or Reddit or something, because there's no way that these are all just individuals, right? This has got to be some sort of a copycat community.
Well, first of all, let's not pin this on the Insane Clown Posse. They
Thank
are
you.
not involved in this.
Yes.
Do not blame the Juggalos for this one. Now, here's what I'm not clear on the legality here. I know that wearing a mask in public that's a thing, but clown makeup is not, right? I mean,
this is the cops being cops. In this case, since we're in the anti-clown community, we're a little bit more tolerant of the cops being overly careful in this case. But in reality, you're right. It's not illegal, and they should, if they want to monitor the guys, they should monitor them, because some of them are literally described as lurking in the woods, trying to entice kids to come into the woods. Now, if I want the cops watching anything, it's that.
Yeah.
But it is not illegal to have makeup on,
Right.
or even if it's clown makeup. And so, no, they shouldn't.
Wearing the big shoes.
Yes.
No,
So
for me,
they shouldn't arrest them.
It's hard for me to be objective about this, because I'm of the camp that clowns are nightmare fuel. I can't, the sweetest, most well-meaning circus ones alone are enough to send me into the heebie-jeebie town, much less the ones lurking at the edge of the woods and enticing children. Are you kidding me?
Guys, it's worth noting that while there haven't been any charges brought against someone doing something violent while dressed up as a clown, a teenager in Tennessee claimed to have been attacked by a clown, and also other children have reported that these clowns are trying to lure them into the woods. Now, again, there haven't been any charges brought. There's nothing that we can, put into evidence here,
Right.
but it's alarming behavior, and it does make me wonder, is there something sinister going on here beyond just a prank? Because right now I'm looking at this and it seems like just sort of a Halloween prank that some guys are doing, and they saw it went over awesome in Kentucky, and Jonathan
Is this an homage to Milo What's-His-Face in Out Magazine, maybe? We're just missing that? I don't know.
No idea.
So, listen, we don't know the underground clown community, thank God.
Admittedly.
So, but yes, they are popping up in South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Green Bay, and all these different places. I would be shocked if it was not some sort of online trolling that has turned into physical reality trolling. And the thing with trolling is they're trying to get a rise out of people. But on the computer, when you get a rise out of people get frustrated, and they say things that amuse you and you feel great about it. I mean, it's not for me. It's usually for people who don't feel great about their lives, okay? You do it in the real world. This is America. Everybody is weaponized. I mean, you're going to do this in South Carolina, in Kentucky. Forget it, anywhere in the country. You're going to try to lurk a guy's kids into the woods. It is a minor miracle they have not been shot yet.
Open clown versus open carry.
That's a really good point, because a man in Tennessee was interviewed, a citizen in Tennessee was interviewed about this clown sighting, and he says, quote, you come out of the woods dressed like that, come out on the wrong person, they have a gun, it could be your life in danger. It's not worth your life for a simple joke. So again, even the people in these communities are echoing, hey, cut it out, guys. You don't want to mess around with us. We're carrying guns.
We're Americans.
Why? It's not worth. If this is a joke, it's not worth it. And if it's for a sinister plot, again, even less worth it. Like
well,
this
it's a
isn't the
pretty
way to go
terrible,
about it.
sinister plot because let's face it, you know, I think the people they have to be worried about who are going to entice children are the guys who have like the vans with candy. Not if you're dressed as a clown lurking at the edge of a forest. That's not the most stealthy way to, you know, like abduct.
So Alonzo does movie reviews on our channel, What the Flick, and you, as any good movie reviewer and viewer will know, if it's not the guy you think it is, right? If in a movie you saw a clown trying to entice, that's not the guy, that's not the killer. It's the other guy who looks normal.
Right.
Because in the real world too, if you want to be subtle if you're trying to kidnap a kid, right?
Yes.
You want to blend in. You don't want to be like, hey, parents, I'm right here, dressed as the incredibly scary clown.
Yeah.
So now, it's not that I'm not going to take chances anyway, but it's very likely trolling. And as much as I dislike trolls, don't get yourself shot. Don't do it.
Even if
We're
this
trying to look out for
this
you.
could be an art prank, but yeah, it's an art prank around people with guns. Don't do it.
It'll be interesting to see what Jonathan Martin says now that he's, you know, behind bars and he's sort of the face of this movement, quote unquote, the clown movement.
Clown American.
The clown movement, yeah. So I again, you guys, I know you're clowning around, but you might get clowned.
He is a Harlequin American.
Yes. You might wind up in deep howdy doody. Young Turks membership is awesome.
Says who?
Me.
Please believe me.
Look, you guys make this show happen. We couldn't do it without you. tytnetwork.com/join.